Hi everyone. I hope you've had a great holiday break and done some terrific things with your family over the holidays. I've done lots of reading books and walking along the beach and doing what I can to keep busy during this difficult time. We don't have an assembly this morning, so I just thought I'd prepare a little video to go out to everyone just to kick off the week and explain to you what's happening and let you know what the next couple of weeks will look like. We'll obviously give you some more information during next week once we find out more from the government about some of the rules and regulations, but cross fingers, we'll all see you back during week 2 at some stage during that week. So first of all, we have one more week of remote learning. So this week coming up will be a week where we'll still continue as we had prior to the holidays. So you'll be working with your teachers online and with your fellow students online. And I know the teachers have put lots of planning into this first week. And they'll be also spending some time during this week planning for the second week of school as well. This week will all be about trying to help you set yourself up for your successful return to school in the following week. And I wish you well with your last week, cross fingers, last week of remote learning. We hope so. So what happens from here? So on the 12th of October, that's next Monday, Prep to 2 students will return to school. So you'll be coming back, all of you, on Monday the 12th of October. And return to school will be a little bit the same as last time, but there'll be a few little differences. So for you, one of the differences will be that we will have thermometers at the front gates. So teachers will be there with thermometers and we'll be testing everybody's temperature as you come in through the front gate. That's going to be a difficult task and we'll just have to see how that goes, but hopefully, cross fingers, that goes well and we can just keep people moving in through the school smoothly if we can. So there'll be about 6 entrances open, so lots of spaces for you to come into school and to enter the school grounds, and teachers will be on all of those gates to conduct you into the classrooms in the morning. For 3 to 6 students, you'll also be returning, but probably not on the Monday. We think just so that we can settle everything down in that first day or so, we're probably going to keep our prep to 2s coming in on Monday and maybe our 3s to 6s on Tuesday. We'll let you know about that. So you might just have one more day of remote learning before you come back to school. I hope you're all really looking forward to coming back to school. We're really looking forward to having you back in the school grounds and trying to get our school back to as much as normal as we can. We know that this will almost be like starting a new school year again. You've been so long away from school that it's going to be a really difficult time for all of us, but hopefully a really happy and hopeful time for us to get back together and get back to some normal learning for at least term 4. I know a lot of students have missed out on a lot of activities during this term, so camps and so on. So we're going to try and do a few things in this term just to make things a little bit special, particularly for our year 6s, because this is their last term of school. So we've got some things in train. I won't tell you too much about it at the moment because it still depends on some of the rules and regulations, but we'll certainly keep that in mind. So when you return, you'll notice that all the teachers will be wearing masks, and they'll be wearing masks some of the time in the school ground and sometimes not in the classroom. So when they're working directly with you in the classroom and they need to speak to you and teach with you, they won't be wearing masks, but some of the time they may be wearing masks while they're wandering around the school. But I'm sure you're pretty used to seeing people in masks at the moment, so it won't be a great surprise for you. Students, you don't need to wear masks at school. So the Chief Health Officer has told us that it's quite safe for you not to wear masks, and so that's not necessary for you. For anyone who wants to wear a mask, we can certainly allow you to do that. That's not a problem. In the playground, we'll go back to a fairly normal playground. We've got a big playground space, so we know that students are quite safe in our playground in the outdoors. We'll have teachers out on yard duty to care for you, as we always do. And so the playground will look pretty much the way you remember it. And most of your classroom teaching will look pretty much the way you remember it as well. We can't have large gatherings, so there'll be no assemblies and those sorts of things. But hopefully most of what you will remember from school in normal circumstances will be what you'll see when you come back. Obviously, hand sanitizing and washing is still going to be really, really important. And those things like not sharing food with each other and so on are going to be really important. So the teachers will continue to remind you about those health habits that you need to keep up to try and limit the spread. A little bit more about arrival in the morning. We're hopeful that we can space things out. So the school gates will be open from 8:30 until 9 o'clock in the morning. And so we're hopeful that parents, if you've got mostly older students, you could start arriving a little earlier, around the 8:30 mark, so their younger students can start arriving a little bit closer to 9 o'clock. But we'd like everybody in through the school grounds by 9 o'clock. At this stage, the rules are a bit different for adults, so we can't have any adults on the school grounds other than those who are teachers and staff. So parents, you're going to have to wave goodbye to your kids at the front gate, and they will make their own way to the classroom. We'll have lots of teachers out on yard duty to make sure that that happens, and I'm sure that even our prep students will be really comfortable. I know every lunchtime and every recess, you go back to your classroom up wherever you've been playing in the playground, so I'm sure that won't be a big drama for you. And I'm sure that you'll understand why we're doing that. So adults, you need to wave goodbye at the gate, and we will temperature test, and then we'll have teachers to make sure the kids get successfully to their classroom. And I'm sure that will work fine. What else? We've had a couple of really good pieces of news over the holidays too. So first of all, I'm not sure whether I got to tell you or not, but Mrs. Lejoux won't be back this term. In fact, Mrs. Lejoux won't be back at the school for another year. She has been given the acting principal's job at Banyan Fields Primary School for 12 months. So we really congratulate Miss Lejoux. We will really miss her, but it's a great opportunity for her to take on a principal position, and a really well-deserved opportunity for her. So we wish her well, and we'll perhaps send her some messages on Monday to wish her well on her first day in a new school. We also had 2 babies born over the holidays, so that was fantastic news. So Miss Blythman had a little girl called Matilda. So Matilda and Miss Blythman are both well and going really well. So we wish them the very best for the start of Miss Blythman's new family. And Mr. Flanagan and his wife had a little boy called Thomas. So Thomas is also really healthy and going well. So that's fantastic news that we've had over the holidays, which is great. So that's about all from me. I just want you to stay safe, stay home when you can. If you have symptoms, please go and get tested. Care for our community, do the right thing so that we're all kept safe, follow the rules so that we can continue to make a successful return to school next week, and that we can continue to stay at school for the whole of term 4 and have as much like a normal school environment as we can. Thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of this week, and we'll see you all back next week sometime. Catch you. Bye.